Hey St. Louis, I'm Katie.
And I'm Stacy. And we're here today at Ackerman Scion on Kings Highway.
They've given us permission to take a Scion XB out to Speed and Sound in Arnold, where we're gonna trick it out a little.
So stay tuned as we show you how to build your own. Bye, guys.
Thanks, girls.
Welcome to Build Your Own. I'm Chad Hirschman.
I'm Mark Jarvis.
And today, we're going to take this bone stock Toyota Scion and take it to the next level. We're going to do audio, video, exterior, and performance modifications to this vehicle. It's going to be the McDonald's Street Team vehicle for the 06 season. It's going to be something special. You guys stay tuned. Okay guys, here's a quick overview. We're going to get going by doing a Bomex body kit, up front, down the sides, and on the rear. Getting some sporty wheels and tires, courtesy of ITD. Then we're going to move into the engine bay, give us some AEM upgrades, give this thing a little bit more than slow performance. We're going to move into the interior. We're going to jump the factory radio, give this thing some serious beats. We're going to do subs, drop downs, headrest monitors, and 1,000 watts of power.
First things first, we're going to add a Fusion car audio system, starting with 12-inch woofers, lighted accent rings, custom box. We're going to do a head unit, plays your CDs, front and rear speakers, and over 1,000 watts of amplified power. This is going to make your car sound great no matter what you drive. This'll be fly. Look at that.
Before we put the new gear in, we got to get the old gear out. Say adios to this factory radio. You won't miss it once the new one's installed anyway.
Not knowing this vehicle exactly, we had to guess on about 90% of the stuff we ordered for it. So what we ordered in, we ordered in. We might have to get something else on some faster terms here.
That takes care of the other door panel.
So now that we know this doesn't fit at all, we can find something else to put in here.
Hope McDonald's won't need a spare tire, because this baby's got to go if we want to get that speaker box in.
Fits much better.
We've run into something unusual here. We have rivets that are actually holding the speaker to the car. I guess Toyota projected on building this to last. Very hard to take that off. We have to drill each one of these out, but it's not a big deal. We'll start today by drilling these out, making a piece that will take the shape of the door itself. Also, check clearance on the window when it comes down. Make sure that you don't hit the speaker. And then you can make your own, fabricate your own at home. Just use this old one as a template, and it will screw to the car.
Voila, one speaker out of the door.
started off by putting in all of our RCA cables. This will be the wiring that will connect us to the head unit, go to our amplifiers, set up everything for our stereo. This is our power wire. This will give us our main power for our amplifiers, get us going. For today, we hope to get the stereo totally playing, we get a little bass going, give you guys a taste of what we're gonna get. We started off by drilling out the rivets that hold the factory woofer on. The factory woofer has a plastic surround. This is what mounts it. It's all actually one piece, part of the speaker. This is our new woofer, 6.5 inch, that we're going to mount in the door. Now, as you will see, the depth is clearly an issue. And when we go to install our speaker, we hit the window. So today, we're going to make trim rings out of wood that will space the speaker out and allow us to have proper clearance.
What we received this morning is from Icon TV. It'll be the headrest monitor so you can watch video as you're riding in the back, as you're driving, no. DVD player, and then a 15-inch drop-down screen to display stuff in the back of the vehicle as well.
We're going to try and mount our sub box. We obviously have a clearance issue with the back of our seats and the front of this body. So what I'm going to try and do is mark off a line on the subwoofer enclosure here that I can trim out the plastic from my port and give me a cleaner fit. We got a bite marker over here, up front probably. We go to the front where there's all kinds of action going on up here. And we steal a marker from the front. Classically what we have to do, and I'm not going to bring it back. And we travel back to the back. Now, we're going to look in, see what we can try and figure out as we are. We already do have the factory plastic piece removed, so we're going to have to trim both panels. So we're going to start by trying to mark what we think will give us a proper clearance along the body, give us a kind of a baseline to go with here as I start to trim. I don't really know what's totally underneath, so I want to trim as little as possible in case there's a void there that I'm going to have to fill. By doing this, you should get a pretty clean fit. I'd like to keep the subwoofer flying backwards, mount my amps in a much more stationary position, probably on the top, and that'll give us something to go with. This is my favorite part. Oh yeah. Try and do this, making the cuts as clean as possible before I fire up the saw and you can't hear anything. We kind of make a template of the line and then we just try and form it out. We'll be able to touch it up with sandpaper or some other form later. Now that I've made the cuts to the ports, I'm going to use a sanding wheel to smooth out the edge a little bit. That'll give it a perfectly clean fit. This side looks pretty good, so let's jump to the other side.
And now for another ITD Tech Tip.
When installing multiple RCA cables, make sure you label each end to avoid confusion during installation.
When it's just me, a warm, toasty McGriddle sandwich, and a great cup of McDonald's coffee, my imagination runs wild. And today I'm hiring a pool boy. And I don't even have a pool.
Earn your college degree in the most efficient way possible at University of Phoenix Online. Invest in your career and personal earning potential with a state-of-the-industry degree. Attend class whenever you want via the internet. Most students earn their degree in just 2 to 3 years. University of Phoenix is the largest private accredited university in the U.S. Call now to explore your career options with a trained counselor. The consultation is free. University of Phoenix Online.
Hi, Bob Ramsey here for ITD with a friendly reminder. Before you host your next tailgate party, be sure to have a bumper-to-bumper inspection of your vehicle by your independent tire dealer.
For all the latest ITD specials, check out itdroll.com or call 877-ITD-ROLL.
Your ITD dealer carries the best tire brands and has certified mechanics to keep your party going.
For tires and service, come see us at one of the 4 Najar Car Care locations.
The tangy taste of McRib is back. So enjoy a McRib sandwich and an ice-cold Dr. Pepper today.
Meet Gus. Gus was follically challenged. Then, Gus had a change of fortune. He logged on to CharterTV.com to enter the Chalk Talk Weekly Trivia Contest. And he won! It completely changed his life. It could change yours too, but probably won't. Hey, at least you'll get a free t-shirt and movie out of the deal. The Chalk Talk Trivia Contest, only at CharterTV.com.
All right, we've done is already removed the headrest out of the vehicle. We're going to cut in the TVs we're going to be installing in here. One of my favorite things to do is always to cut on someone's brand new car. It's a lot of fun. Just make, slices in there. They don't like it a lot, but you can see what happens.
While Mark works on the headrest, I'm trimming up the rear factory molding to fit the speaker box so we get a clean fit. Custom modify it. All right, we've got her all installed. We can close it now. We're pretty much ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and fasten the feet I've made to the bottom. Finish the trim up, make it look a little nicer. And we're pretty much ready with the box. Whoa, look at that face. And our speaker box is ready to go.
Preliminaries, make sure that these headrest monitors fit in the car. Later on, we'll actually glue the cloth in place around them once we know that they actually fit properly. And then we'll move to the back of the vehicle where we'll be putting in a 15-inch monitor from the ceiling. Looks like the only thing we might have to relocate is an adapter. Looks like the antenna has an amplifier right here. The antenna in this vehicle is in the back window. Might have to move that just a little bit to get our TV in here properly.
And then we'll go ahead and remove the seat. We'll pick it up, always being very careful with the plastic in the interior. seat brackets are very well known to scratch just about everything. We don't have a whole lot left on this vehicle right now, so it's not too bad. And we've got the seat out. Here we are. We've wired up our seat for our full video system. This is our DVD player mounted to the bottom of the seat. This is our drop-down monitor control. Each of these is a headrest module. This is the video amplifier. Quite a bit of wiring here. Everything ties together. Pretty sophisticated. If you don't know what you're doing, you probably should not tackle this. And then these are the cables. One already is installed in this seat. Go to the headrest monitor. This will go to the driver's seat. This goes to the headrest monitor in the rear. So we're pretty much ready to stick the seat in, and we're going to start trying to wire everything up. This is the crossover. Okay. Basically allows the music to come in different frequencies when it comes out. So you don't get distortion in your tweeters. All right, now Mark's installing the headrest monitor cable, or the drop-down monitor cable. We've got the wire right here. We're going to put it in. We're going to mount the drop-down right there on the ceiling. Let the people behind us get a little view of what we're watching, or at a McDonald's event so they can set it up and park it, show everybody what they've got going on, Xbox, all that kind of stuff we can feed through it. Should be a good time for the kids. I might go and play with it.
Just when you're pulling and running the wire up and down the vehicle, you can usually squeeze it in between the cracks that happen whenever you pull the rubber seals off. If not, you would have to take apart all the whole interior. We got it to fit here without minor pulling and tugging. Be careful; these parts do break. And make sure when you're putting it back together, you reattach all the clips so you don't get any rattles in the vehicle. May or may not be.
Right now I'm going through the factory radio harness. Get ready to solder it to our adapters. Get that all set up. Then we should be able to hook up our radio and run some power for our video at the same time. That will help us get farther on down the line here. You making out with it over there or what? You found a new date? I'm just a greasy person. Right now I'm just hooking up my video to the head unit for my power. We'll have memory, all that kind of good stuff. You can see we got quite a bit of wiring here. It's always an exciting time.
What's so exciting about it?
Well, the fact that it's all tangled together. I'm going to put this eyelet on here. I'm going to make sure that I get a good ground. A lot of the time, people's major problems is the ground is not good enough, causes all kinds of static in the radio, a lot of your engine noise, things of that nature. There we go. We needed voltage. No, I don't feel so stupid. All right. We got a nice blue head unit. We don't have any this in there yet, but this is basically what we're going to be looking at. Yeah, we need to hook up all the RCAs, things of that nature. So in a minute, we'll maybe be able to listen. Those look real nice. Now we notice we have window clearance. Mark did a good job cutting these out, as always. And we will go ahead and start the process.
After we drilled the riveted speaker out, we had to actually turn the mount that we made a little bit to the side to actually get a piece of metal and screw it in with a sheet metal screw. That's what Chad's doing right now.
Set up.
space it up to where we get a pretty good look at it. Always check your wiring clearance behind. You don't want your wiring getting caught up in your window and so forth. Makes for a bad day. Holding it on my knee there. So we should be good to go. Always be careful when you're tightening and hold the drill bit so you don't poke this around on the speakers. A lot of people do that. Just like that, we have a custom-made door bottom. Mount that in. Make sure our wiring's good. Let's get our door panel over here. Try some fitment. As you see, we had to space out the speakers 3/4 of an inch. We used a piece of MDF wood. We wouldn't have done that. It actually would have hit the window when you rolled it down. Make sure that you have good clearance on all of your speaker installations. This will keep you from staying out of trouble, basically. Seems like we have real good clearance. All looks real good. Works perfectly.
When installing your aftermarket stereo, you're going to want to buy a wiring harness. This makes it a lot easier when installing the stereo, so you don't have to cut any of the factory wiring.
I've finally figured out how to stop dinner hour from feeling like rush hour. Make dinner easy at McDonald's. McDonald's premium chicken sandwiches, chicken selects, and premium salads are perfect for dinner. Plus, you can round out the evening by renting a DVD for $1. So if you're thinking dinner and a movie, think McDonald's.
Ever wondered what it's really like to be a soldier?
What do you got? I have a sit rep from Alpha Company. BT, ready to be verified. Verified!
Put yourself in the picture with this free video. You'll see over 200 great jobs in the Army and over 180 in the Army Reserve. You'll also see what skills you learn, how you can earn money for college, even what soldiers do in their free time. Call this number right now and get this free Army t-shirt and free video. Put yourself in the picture and see what it's really like to become an Army of One.
Hi, Bob Ramsey here for ITD with a friendly reminder. Before you host your next tailgate party, be sure to have a bumper-to-bumper inspection of your vehicle by your independent tire dealer.
For all the latest ITD specials, check out itdroll.com or call 877-ITD-ROLL.
Your ITD dealer carries the best tire brands and has certified mechanics to keep your party going.
West County Auto Body, your one-stop shop for auto body and auto repair, now offering all major brand tires.
The time has finally come.
We hope you enjoy our set.
Time for St. Louis to rock, to jam, to play,
live a life less ordinary,
to sing. It's time for The Set. The most exciting local music show to ever hit St. Louis. Premieres January the 5th. Check it out 10:30 p.m. Thursday through Sunday, only on CCIN.
Here's a real DVD. Try that. I almost wonder if I unplugged the cable when we were putting the seat in. You might have. Nope. It works.
There he goes. What is it? Kingpin.
Sweet. Well, it's time to hook up our drop down. We've already installed the mounting plate in the ceiling, so last we'll hook up the cable, then fasten it to the ceiling.
You got a good picture there. Not everyone in traffic can see what you're watching.
Exactly.
I'm going to slide the sub box in. Chad modified earlier. Make sure it fits securely. Now that that's in there, we're going to go ahead and build a panel over the top of this. We're going to be able to mount our 2 amplifiers too. We're going to go ahead and produce all the sound in the system. Today we're measuring for a cover panel. It's a very simple piece of, basically 2 pieces of wood that's going to cover the side of the box so you can't see in there, and the top of it we're actually going to mount the amplifiers to. Just measuring for the length of it, looks like it's about 49.5 and about 16 deep. The only part that's going to be difficult is actually cutting around the curves in the back of the vehicle. Not a major task when it comes right down to it though. No matter how long it takes you to make a template when you're doing this, it's well worth the time spent. This will save you hours of trying to cut out a piece of wood that actually fits. Now we should have enough holes to allow us to run all the wires through this thing as necessary.
We gotta do something different here.
What do you need?
Give me the drill.
What are you doing?
This is the since history. Give me the drill.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to hook up a ground.
To what?
To the system.
You just ground it. Same place you ground that big brown one down there.
I don't got the big brown one grounded, you idiot.
You gotta
How are we gonna run? I was trying to set it up to where they both went there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it did until it didn't fit. Meathead. God. Do it to it. Oh boy. Ay, 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 ay.
Now we should be able to split the circuit breaker and have sound.
Hold on, I'm gonna get up here. This is the best part.
Ooh.
Coming up on the next BYO.
Everything else that's supposed to be here is not here yet.
The clock is ticking.
See that? That's what my brain feels like inside. Oh yeah. That's what's going on in my head right now.
The heat is on. Can Chad and Mark finish the Scion before time runs out?
Seems like a whole lot of work to do, but that's why we gotta do it.
With only 2 days left, Chad and Mark scramble to complete the car on time.
It dries fast in there, right?
I hope so.
Will they make it?
I just don't have the power.
Tune in to find out on the next Build Your Own.